Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach, and I tell you what, don't we just hate this game sometimes? I mean, it's nearly 11 o'clock by the time this one's going up, and I tell you what, about 5 hours ago, Shorty was pretty pissed off, you know. Zach Fisher's out, Colby McKirch is out. That's all I checked, and I cracked it and didn't look at the rest of the teams. But anyway, we've since watched a movie, had some dinner, and Shorty's feeling a bit more well-rounded about the week ahead. You got to maybe I'm not. You got to keep cracking in. You got to keep chipping away and doing our best. But this season has been a nightmare, particularly the last 3 or 4 weeks. I feel a bit let down by the SuperCoach gods. I put in so much planning, so much time to having extra premiums, and I just feel let down. I just feel like I really gave it some serious thought and effort and did exactly what I intended to do, and just have been butchered by injuries at the wrong time, substitutions at the wrong time. It just hasn't happened. So I'm all focused in on SuperCoach draft. I'm in the prelim against Langers. I want to win that badly. SuperCoach Classic, it'll be what it'll be. I mean, I've got trades. I might be in a better position than some, but it does piss me off when just unexpected bullshit happens. But, we'll look at the teams in a sec. But speaking of unexpected bullshit, I had a strange week. When was it? Tuesday night. Now, my arm was a bit sore, like my elbow, right? I was talking about this on my live, so sorry if I'm boring you for the second time round, but Tuesday night, noticed it was a bit sore, and I was like, it's a bit weird, like right on the tip of my elbow, really sort of swollen. I was like, have I just knocked it? Have I got like some sort of, when you get those random ass pimples and they just feel huge? Like, I was like, what's going on? So I pushed through a gym workout. I thought, stuff it, like you'll be right. It was quite painful, but that night was horrendous. My elbow, like I could not bend it more than maybe to here. Could certainly not get 90 degrees. Now I can move it fully, but it felt like heavy and swollen, and I was genuinely in pain. It was crazy, and I didn't sleep till 3 a.m. So weird. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like it's gone down a lot. But it was like red as swollen. Mum reckons I got bitten by like a spider or something. I don't know what's going on there, but strange as night. Not really what you want, but yeah, they're the worst nights when you're just sitting there and you're like, at one point I remember being like, I may not fall asleep. This is going that badly. I may just pull an all-nighter here. I was like, fucking hell. But good week. Week's flown by. I'm off to Wye River for the next 3 days, so I really should pack in classic Shorty style. We've got a wash on right now, so that's got to get chucked in the dryer and chucked in my bag by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And in amongst that, probably going to have a Milo and chill out. And knowing me, I'll be in bed by 1 a.m. and complaining how tired I am tomorrow, but that's normally how it goes. Just going down with the family, so I'll try and get some funny TikToks of Jeff and some random shit, but no promises. We'll see how we go. But it was funny. Some of my students, they made like parodies of my TikTok too. It was so funny. I was like, geez, they were like, we got something to show you, Daniel. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. And, I don't know if you've seen it, but my TikToks when I was in Sunshine Coast and I did it opening the elevator, or that one where I opened the fridge to drink me Milo, they full took it off. It was an absolute pisser, I must admit. But yeah, no, Shorty's ready for disappointment. I'm ready for a crappy week. I'm always optimistic, but geez, need absolutely everything to go right. Max Gorn's face being there suggests that he might come in, so fingers crossed, but let's have a look now. Obviously this is the disaster game coming up. I mean, the Eagles have swung the axe, haven't they? Quite a few dropped there. Elliot Yeo returns. Revel might hurt some people on their coverage. Same with Sexton. And then Tholstrup, that probably mainly just affects me, really. Max Gawn is back, so that's handy. We needed something. Fisher and McKirch are absolute killer. Jaden Stevenson coming in. He'll play off a halfback flank, which is pretty interesting. Cats bring back in Tanner Bruin. You'll love to see that. What else have we got here? Parrish comes back. Interesting. I don't think it'll affect Caldwell too much, but it will be interesting to see what effect it does have. Dawson, we knew was going to be out. Kruger, Richards, it may test some people's depth of their sides, and that's really what we'll be finding out this week. There'll be quite a few teams that are stretched to the absolute brink. So I might have to reconsider. Look, old mate Matty Rao comes in, and I'm going to have to play Dowling on the field because of McKercher. We can chuck Gawn back in there, swing Jackson forward, and then all of a sudden, look, I mean, in theory, I could hold Fisher, but then it really makes you wonder what's the point. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I mean, it makes you wonder, like, let me just have a look. It's just been one of the all-time worst holds. I held this bloke, he comes back, scores 38, then he's out of the team. Fucking nightmare. Yeah, McKercher and Fisher will miss the trip south. McKercher with general soreness and Fisher with a foot injury. I mean, McKercher I'll wear, but a foot injury, don't know about that. Foot injuries are not real. I mean, it'd be different if he was an absolute jet, but he let us down so bad last week. I don't know if I want to hold him. But then again, I think about all I can do is Dylan Moore. And it'll take me to one trade, and it just pisses you off. Because that'll... It ruins my whole plan, to be honest. So I can get more. It really just pisses me off. It ruins everything because I wanted to trade down Sean Maker for defensive mid, McKercher to go back. Rowell, in theory, can be my M9. And then Curnow can be my F9. But I guess I'll still have an F9, won't I, even if I trade Fisher. The real impact will probably be... The real impact is, that I might still possibly utilise that swing with McKercher, but Rowell just has to lift for me. I think you just got to trade him. You got to trade Fisher. I mean, it's been a nightmare. It just frustrates me, but at this point, I think that's what I'm doing. But I mean, there might be other ways where I can change a few things around. I'm not sure, but I'll have a bit of a look at it. But I feel like that's what I'm shaping up. I mean, this stage of the season, you just can't afford to be holding trades for blokes that scored 38 last week, and you need all the premiums you can get. So I've been patient a bit, but it's time to just gun it, I think. So that's the way I'm looking at it. There was a few questions. There was only a couple really, and we've answered the Fisher one. I think if you can get Caldwell, if you can get more, I'd do it. If you're really struggling for cash, I think Curnow's the best cheaper option. Maybe Simpkin, maybe Shea Bolton. Random one, but even David Swallow if you really want to get a bit random. But yeah, look, it's tough out there. Tom DeConning, a few people were saying, gee, what do I do with him? I would probably trade to... how are we going for time? My trade for DeConning, if I had him... Gawn's a tad risky coming back. I'd probably go English or Cherry at the moment, but you could certainly go Gawn as well. So yeah, look, there isn't stacks to talk about, to be honest. I mean, it's great to have you guys along for the live sessions throughout the week. That's probably the best part of it at the moment. But I'm thinking VC Dacos into a Bontempelli C. It's really tough this stage of the year. You're sort of consistently torn between, do I pull the trigger on a guy? Or do I hold because something could happen in the last 3 weeks, but you could roll the dice, be on 0 trades, and your team could be fine for 3 weeks. You could get through without any injuries, but then you could be conservative and you don't even copy any injuries, or you could go all guns blazing, get to 0 trades, and it's absolute disaster. So I think, I've got Rankin still there. I'm still optimistic that this team can be decent for at least a 3 to 4 week period. Can't afford to have too many go on me in that back line. But yeah, I really do need probably, McKercher and Dawson just to come back in soon. I think McKercher is still a pretty viable option. But yeah, God, if there is a God out there, please, Matty Rowell. Just 90. Just 90 would be fine, mate. For goodness sakes. But yeah, I think I don't have too much to add. I'll try and get round to your TikTok comments and YouTube comments when I'm away on my trip. I normally get round to them Friday night/afternoon. Not really sure how my tomorrow looks, but I'll be sipping on a cocktail at some stage, so it should be nice. But thanks again. I hope you have a good week. Hope you're not hit too hard by the carnage. Probably getting a full team is about par. It'd be very interesting to see how we go. I need to bounce back, so I'm hoping for a good week. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.